Here's what no one tells you when starting a business. Email marketing is basically free money. Seriously, if you're selling something online and you're not using your emails, you're potentially leaving hundreds, even thousands on the table. I never thought this to begin with, and then I started to notice how often people would open things and how often people check their emails. Look, social media is great. It gets attention, it can build hype, and it allows you to grow. But email, that is where the real relationship begins. It's personal, it's direct, there is no algorithm in your way. And best of all, you own it completely. That means if Instagram or TikTok disappears or you're blocked from it for whatever reason, your audience is still yours. You can still reach them, you can still get through to them. That is complete power. And today I want to show you exactly how to use your emails to its full potential. How I use it to drive sales automatically, and with just a few flows and weekly check-ins, you can get the most out of it. So let's break it down. So why email works. You own the list, you can personalize the message, build trust over time, and with every email is another chance to build that trust. And emails don't have to be fancy at all. I personally do a lot of text-based emails and I see that they perform a lot better. They just need to be real, be helpful, and be human. The goal isn't to spam people, it's to show up in their inbox just like a friend would. Just reminding them who you are, what you offer, and how you can help them. There are some core flows that you should be building so they can work in the back end while you focus on the other parts of your business. Something like an abandoned cart flow. This is where someone will add things to cart and then ghost you. It happens all the time. People can tune out for a bunch of different reasons, but this is your nice little nudge to follow up gently. I send up to 1 to 3 emails over a 48-hour period, just letting them know, hey, you've left this in your cart, here's a little discount, and if you want anything else, here's some other products for you, just to keep them interested and potentially buy. The next one is the abandoned checkout flow. This one's even hotter than the last. This is where they've literally typed their email, put in the address maybe, but they've just stopped. Maybe they got distracted, maybe the price surprised them. Either way, they're on the edge and it's your job to bring them back. There are a bunch of ways to accomplish this, but it's entirely up to you how you want to skin that cat. This is very important to do, and you can never really lose because they weren't going to buy anyway. So you just need to keep following up and keep trying to win them over. There are so many email flows and automations that you should have in your business. I've supplied a bunch of them in my 0 to 100K blueprint. It's a great resource that I've created from building my own business to over 100K. I've created it while working full-time in the military, so I understand the hustle and bustle of life, and I know how crazy it can get and you need to work in your spare time. So this is, covering all the bases. It's adding all the value that I got from my business, any mistakes that I've learned and how to overcome them. It's so great. So if you want to be a part of it and get your hands on it, I'll supply it down in the link below. But we'll go through some more great sequences that you should have set up. You have your welcome flow. This is just introducing your brand, your business, who you are, the people behind it. This can be up to 5 to even 10 emails. And there are a bunch of different emails that you should be sending in this. You have your post-purchase thank you. This can be done straight after they've purchased. Then you can even follow up with a review. Say, hey, you can get a discount if you give us a review. Then you can also have much later down the track a nice win back. So it could be 16 days, 24 days after they've purchased and received the product or service. You can supply them a good discount code to come back to your business. All of this email flow and strategy is great, but how do you actually capture the email? There are a lot of great ways to do this, but my favorite is the pop-up form. This is the first little thing when you enter someone's site and it pops up in front of you saying, hey, supply your email for a 10% discount, or hey, you get a free product if you supply your email. This is your first chance to capture them. There are a lot of ways to do this, and you can emulate and mimic a lot of great brands in the way they do it, but you need to see what works best for your audience, and you need to test the waters. Hey, is using this word best for my customers, or is adding a picture here better for customers? You need to play around with this and figure out what the best stats are. A great pop-up just needs to be clear. It needs to have a good headline, a clear benefit, one email box, a fun human confirmation once they've supplied their email. So you have your email automations, you have a way to capture people's emails. Another thing you should be thinking of is sending out regular broadcasts. Otherwise, your emails are just left there collecting dust. This is where you can, at a weekly chance, talk to your audience and you can broadcast out to them. This is where you just set up, hey, product drop here, or you can show behind the scenes, you can share a bit of wisdom. There are so many great newsletters that you can emulate and just find your own vibe to it and what speaks to your audience. You don't need a big template or a graphic designer. You just need a few lines of text, a clear message, and maybe a photo just to enhance it. Write like you're texting someone who already likes your brand. You're just speaking to them like a friend. This is how you keep people opening it and continuing to buy. Here are some helpful tips to write some good emails. Make sure your subject line has a good hook, not clickbaity, but just keep it interesting, and try not to use any emojis. Use first person within your email flow. Don't overload with images. You can do some tests with or without and see your open rate and click rate. And also make sure to always have a CTA, so a call to action. You can have a shop now, you can have a click here, whatever it may be. Find something that suits you. And you don't need to obsess over the data of the email either. Just keep an eye on it. If something works, keep hammering on that. And if something flops, maybe just change the subject line or simplify it a little bit. Email isn't hard, it's just underused by a lot of beginners and even people ahead of the game. You don't even need a list of 10,000 people to make it work. Even 100 engaged subscribers can bring in some real money. As long as you show up and serve them well, it'll be okay. Build your flows, talk to your list weekly, and try to connect with them. I've made thousands from emails with no tech support, no people writing my copy, no big list. I only have 4,000 people sub to my list, but I just make sure I keep it consistent and honest. As I mentioned earlier, I'll supply the blueprint down below if you want to be a part of it. If you're a bit hesitant, I also have my email flow that I've created. It's a 40+ email with great bits of wisdom and insight. So you'll get great business advice and even life advice for over 40 days. It's a great free resource that you can take advantage of. Subscribe for more and let's keep building. If you want to see the next video, it will be about lead generation. It's very important in trying to secure customers. It can be found right here. And as always, I am Jaden Connolly and thank you for watching.